Hey guys, we're now going to be going to another new trial, the Cerberus trial. I haven't beaten hard mode yet, but now we're going to go for a 15 turn clear on Cerberus hard mode. So this is a beast, and the gimmick with him is he has ridiculously high resistances to everything. Basically total immunity to everything except fire, ice, and dark resist. He's got 210 fire and ice and 220 dark resist, which with imperils like the imperil field from Renoa and stacking Hawkeye's crowned upgraded skills like his crowned break, we can stack enough dark imperils to basically kill the boss. So we're going to use Premium Fina to boost us, and we're using dark two-handed whips on Tidus, which is Coralie's STMR. First time you've ever seen that used, and we are using it so we can support chain. I'm sorry, primary chain. We're not support chaining, we're actual chaining. So chaining is going to be our damage the entire fight. We're never going to use Tidus's LB, because his LB is locked to water, and the boss has way too high of water resist to even play with that. You can't even mix an element. I mean, you probably could, but I'm not going to. We're going pure, all-in darkness. Alright. Let's go ahead and stack the Ashura field with the Diablo field. They do stack together. One's left side only, one's right side only. We're going to go ahead and do some mitigations with Runda. Now, the boss does ridiculously high physical damage, but Runda, with his basically full uptime of 85% mitigation, it's totally fine. So we're going to be using Renoa as the healer. I've stacked up tons of healing modifier gear on Renoa, so her heals, even though it's only Curega, it's healing for like 30,000 a turn with dual cast. Let's go ahead and do stop immunity with Hawkeye. That's from the Lakshmi Esper, because the boss does stop, paralyze, sleep, all kind of silliness. So we're using Lakshmi to buff a lot of that immunity. We couldn't really fit a healer on the party. Now, Phase 1, the boss is very non-threatening. The boss gets crazy dangerous in Phase 2, but we're not there yet. So let's go ahead and use Premium Fina to resist the party and some mana regen before we do this. Now, Hawkeye's good Imperil and all is not online yet. You might see here at the top of the screen, we've only got 60% resist on the boss. Well, the boss is at 210, minus 130, minus 30 again, so that's minus 160. So he's only at 60 from 220. Next turn, Hawkeye's auto-casted, his auto-casted breaks and all will take into effect, and we'll have a lot more damage coming in next turn. Let's go ahead and do Paralyze immunity from Hawkeye as well. Let's chain this up again. Wait for this to finish. Now let's do some mana regen. We need lots of and some resistance. We need lots of mana regen in this fight because Tiduses are just mana hungry when they triple cast chaining every turn. But it's fine. We got Fina for that. Okay, here we go. And now, boom, turn 4. Hawkeye's big crowned auto breaks go off. Now the boss has only 30% dark resist and 89% defense break. Also, we've now got Premium Fina's SLB. Let's go ahead and refresh the Diablo's field so it'll last for 10 more turns, because once we get into Phase 2, Renoa's going to be real busy healing the party. We're not going to have time to play with Diablo's fields. But let's go ahead and get it up for the rest of the fight. Let's go ahead and do the SLB of Premium Fina. Let's see. This turn, Runda, not much we need to do. We don't really need... Oh, yeah. Yes, we do. We need Ice Resist. So we're going to Ice Resist. We're going to refresh cover. Let's go ahead and refresh Magic Mitt as well, because this turn is going to be a Magic AoE. It's not that dangerous in Phase 1, though, so it's kind of okay. This turn, let's go ahead and... I guess with Hawkeye, we'll just refresh Stop Immunity. And now we're going to use Tidus's cooldown chain as well. We're just going strictly non-elemental chaining, and he has crazy modifiers to his chaining. I think he chains for like 1,400 damage or something per turn. It's kind of crazy. And as you can see, with Hawkeye's breaks online, we're doing a lot more damage. Here's an AoE. It does status effects as well. It's random which one. We buffed immunity to... It did sleep. Oh, what a jerk. What a jerk. He didn't sleep. I wasn't ready for that. Okay. We're going to have to cure that with Fina, because we got to use Hawkeye to break again. So Fina is going to just cure with Riku's pouch. That's fine. Not a big deal. Let's see. Now we need to start healing the party. We're going to dual cast Curega with our Renoa pretty much every turn. We're going to use Hawkeye to break. Let's go ahead and just do this turn with Hawkeye. Yeah, we've got a few turns of Imperil. The big Imperil, we're good. We actually don't even need break technically, but we're going to do it anyway because it is a good. It's good to keep it in the rotation. Okay, so we're going to try to, like, we're not even we are dual wielding actually. Turn 5, the next big AoE status effect is on turn 8 in phase 1. So yeah, we can do it this way. Let's go ahead and chain this up. Wait, and then, like, Hawkeye is not geared for damage in the slightest right now, so he's not really contributing damage, but he did a little bit, I guess, sort of. I don't know, kind of. Let's go ahead and just refresh cover and just refresh the buffs with Runda. Yeah, it's pretty tame in phase 1. I really want to cross the threshold on turn 7. And it's looking like we're going to be right there. Because that way, we skip the big AoE on turn 8 as well as the turn 6 one. Alright, so SLB, Tom, let's go ahead and do this. We do need to do the LB again with Fina because mine is only EX2. So she doesn't have full uptime on the SLB. So we got to mix in the regular LB as well. Do we have... No, we don't have that yet. We don't really need much healing. We don't really need stop immunity. We don't need imperils. I guess we're going to do stop immunity anyway, because Hawkeye's kind of got a sort of free turn here. Let's chain this up, and then just heal here. This is fine. Alright, perfect. So we're going to cross the threshold on turn 7. It's exactly what I wanted. That's good. Yeah, so the big magic AoE is every 4 turns in phase 1, and every 3 turns in phase 2. That means the next one, if we cross the threshold this turn, we're going to skip the turn 8 phase 1 AoE, and we're going to get the next one on turn 9. So this turn, we do kind of want some resistance from Dark Fina, though. Hawkeye, we've got 2 more turns of the big Imperil, so that's okay. I guess we're going to kind of go... I guess we're going to do Mana Walnut. No, we don't really need Mana Walnut this turn. I don't think. No, we can use Dark Fina to, mana regen. Although, you know, truthfully, honestly, yeah, we kind of have to use Dark Fiend to mana regen this turn. That's fine. That's okay. Which means, what is Hawkeye going to do then? I guess Hawkeye, turn 7, I guess we're going to do stop immunity this turn. So we're going to stop immunity. Let's go ahead and chain this up. Now let's start phase 2. Now phase 2 is when the boss starts going bonkers on your tank. Runda is not going to like this phase 2, but that's okay. So the boss has an attack and a magic buff this turn. We're going to just guard so Runda, like, takes this like a boss. And we really need mana, so we're gonna resistance and double mana refill with our premium Dark Fina. Okay. Yeah. The boss chains on your tank in phase 2. It's kinda rude. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this SLB. We really gotta do this turn. Chain this up. I think this turn we need to break with Hawkeye. No, next turn. We just did stop immunity. Turn 9, he's gonna imperil me on turn, No, that's okay. I can heal with Fina if he does sleep on turn, if he does paralyze on turn. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Let me think for a second. Okay. Well, we have to do this. Oh, one more turn of damn, that's gonna suck. That's gonna really suck that we have no ice resist if the boss does Blazega. Okay, let me think for a second. Alright, we gotta heal with you, that's pretty clear. We don't have those. I'm just worried about mana. I want a Mana Walnut here, and I want to Imperil here, but we're gonna do it next turn anyway. We did stop immunity last turn, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Mana Walnut. We're not gonna paralyze immune. We're gonna Mana Walnut. Okay, let's Imperil. Let's Mana Walnut let's go ahead and do our damage first, and then I'll do it after I spend my mana, before we Mana Walnut. Yeah, we're doing really good here. We just gotta survive. Okay, let's Mana Walnut my Tidus. Let's Imperil the boss. And I wish you could double cast Mana Walnut. Man, that'd be good if we could, but we can't. Okay, that's alright. Okay, so turn 8. Turn 8 is fine. As long as he doesn't do a double chain attack on our tank, we should be fine. And even if he does, Runda shouldn't... no, this is an easy turn. Easy turn. He did stuff we resisted. Not a problem at all. Okay. Turn 9. We've really got to refresh this Assure field this turn, otherwise it'll be fading, and that would be bad news bears. You don't want your fields to fade. So actually, technically speaking, this turn, Renoa doesn't have a lot to do, but we do have to break the boss with you. Let's go ahead and break the boss again. Let's Mana Walnut the friend, and just refresh the Imperil. Alright, wait for all this to finish. Alright, we don't have the cooldown change. That's fine. So, let's do this. Alright, let me think for a second. So it is turn 9. We are going to get a big AoE here. It shouldn't kill anyone. We've got 85% mitigation. Let me think. That we didn't... Alright, yeah, we lost. We no longer have Hawkeye's Good in Peril, just FYI. Unfortunately, Hawkeye's Crown only works between turns 4 to 9. Now we're only using a 130. We should still be on track for a win. Oh god. Oh god. And it was also asleep. That's what I was not wanting to see. Okay, oh, Rhonda. Rhonda, why? It hurts so much. Okay, let's go ahead and Panacea to get rid of that sleep. If you can gear your party for status immunity, it's obviously way better. I just didn't want to lose the damage. Okay, we have 2 more turns until we have to worry about... Oh, Rhonda, why? That hurts so much. He's so imperiled, too. The whole party is. Okay, he's got 2 more turns to cover. Okay, we're going to guard this turn because we are just hurting. Okay, so a turn... Turn 4, turn 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to use Fina to... Turn 8, turn 12. We're going to SLB again on 12. So do we have resistance still? Ice resist? We don't have ice resist. We do have 2 more turns. Okay. It's a little tricky managing all the cooldowns and stuff. We need stop immunity as well. Alright. All our fields are good. Let's go ahead and do this. And then I can spend this turn doing resistance and then mana regen. Okay, this is looking a little dicey where, you know, it gets harder after Hawkeye's stuff wears off. It really does. Let's go ahead and do some mana refill. And okay, Rhonda's guarding, so he should be fine at this point. But unfortunately, Renoa is not a real healer. She can't do those big 50,000 point heals. Okay, that turn wasn't... Oh, it was bad. It was a bad turn, but we were able to protect it with guarding. Okay, so I have 2 options here. Well, first of all, this has to happen. That's got to happen no matter what. Okay, we can chain. Well, no matter what, we're gonna heal with you. How's your healing? Okay, I think Rhonda's gonna be fine here. Okay, we also have the cooldown for ice resist, so that's gonna help a lot. Let's go ahead and do a magic immunity or magic mitigation. 2 turns on that. How long is the boss's imperil? No, the Imperil's good. Alright, we need stop immunity. Stop immunity's gotta happen. If we get stopped, it's big time game over. Let's go ahead and chain again this turn. So, yeah, unfortunately, next turn, we're gonna SLB. We have no SLB this turn, but it will be up next turn with Premium Fina. Premium Dark Fina. Okay, Rhonda. Boss, please don't go bonkers on this turn. Oh my god, oh my god. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. So, we're going to... The fields are good. Let's go ahead and Premium SLB. Let's SLB you. Let's go ahead and heal with the Renoa. Fields are still good for the moment. Let me think for a second. Okay, Hawkeye, how's your break? Your break is going off next turn, which means this turn, I can either summon Lakshmi to give an extra 11,000 healing to the tank, or I can... do Paralyze immunity and potentially save a turn. You know what? Rhonda's beginning to hit really hard. We're going to Lakshmi. I'm not going to risk it. We're going to Lakshmi this turn, and we're going to play it safe. That way Rhonda doesn't die. We're doing pretty good at the moment. And we do have our SLB again with Fina, so damage is back up. Okay. Okay, good. And he did Thunder Attack. Thunder Attack is not bad. Not that big a deal. We are paralyzed. Now, I could have immuned that paralyzed, and that would have been really good if I had. Unfortunately, we have to break this turn. We have no options. We have to Panacea with Premium Fina instead. We didn't have an option. We have to do that. Okay, because break has got to happen no matter what. So we got to break. No options here. Let's go ahead and Fairy Walnut mine. He's a little bit lower in mana. We got to heal with you. Because the boss did double Thunder, we don't need to worry about damage over time, but we're still going to guard our Runda for this turn to be safe. We do have the bursting chain this turn. So we're guarding Runda, so I think at this point we should be fine. The boss didn't do the fire damage over time. So we should be okay here. We should be okay. Alright. Oh, he's doing the big chain, but that's okay, that's okay. Okay, so turn 12, 13, 14. We should still be boosted from the dark. We are. Now, keep in mind, we did lose the Diablo field this turn. We got to put that back up so we don't miss our damage here. Turn 14, there is no... Are we still... I think we're still covering this turn with Runda. We are. So we can literally just guard again because, you know, we don't care about the rotation anymore because the fight is basically over. We don't need ice resist, really. I don't think we need ice resist. Okay. Just for, like, super paranoia, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this, too. Again, I'm just being really paranoid here. Let's go ahead and chain this up. We might even kill the boss this turn. Probably not. No, 1%. But that's fine. Turn 14 is not an AoE turn. Oh, yeah, turn 14 is super whatever. Super whatever. Okay, we are... Victory. Victory. We win. 15 turns. 2 out of 3 missions. Boom. Done. Okay, so let's go ahead and show the gear and the team. So... the boss does crazy single target thunder damage, massive physical damage to your tank. We covered all that with Runda like a boss. Alright, so we got his Runda arm. We're using the Chronicled Final Fantasy I Warrior of Light sword from the old Warrior of Light. Passive Provoke, some fire, ice, and lightning resist. And as much physical mid as we can. We also gave him status immunity because we never want him paralyzed on a turn his SLB needs to activate. Because if you're paralyzed when it's SLB time, it won't activate, and that would be bad news. That would not be good at all. We gave him the Dragon Quest card because it is god tier for stats. 3,000 base HP and 110 to everything. I love this card on tanks so much. My favorite card on tanks. Yeah, just bulk. Lots of bulk on Runda. 85% general, 85% physical mitt, and 50% magic mitt. He is good for this fight. Rinoa is our Diablos field. You really got to stack those in peril fields. She's also using the Tome of Lakshmi. This is kind of important. It gives her the Kurega spell, and it gives a modifier boost to all healing. That stacks with Lena's TMR for modifier boost, which brings up this Kurega to a respectable level. We also gave her the dual cast Esper so she can dual cast white magic. Other than that, she's just got not a ton, 3,200 spirit, but still, it was enough to heal our party. Shift form a little bit less, but otherwise the same build. Just as much spirit as you can. And very important, she has to be wearing her TMR or STMR, or the Diablos field will not activate, which I didn't realize on my first attempt. I was like doing damage. I'm like, why is my damage so low? And then I realized the Diablos field wasn't up because I didn't have her TMR equipped. I fixed that. Hawkeye was crowned on JP, like I mentioned. He can now do 89% defense break and 160 dark imperil. Technically speaking, he can also do some good capping damage as a finisher. They boosted his capper to 3,700 X modifier, kind of like Adele. But he was too busy this fight to really worry about damage, so he was pure support. He was very busy. So I gave him the super ribbon so he never gets stopped. I gave him Lakshmi to do paralyze and stop immunity, Riku's pouch to heal the party. He has a lot of Esper fill, so we can summon Espers as needed. Other than that, just some bulk. And yeah, we didn't use the base form, so kind of whatever. Premium Fina is also using Riku's pouch as a backup source of panacea in case we needed to, cure sleep, cure paralyzed, cure poison, etc. You can gear for immunity if everyone's wearing status immunity, but I just couldn't really fit it on the party, so I didn't. I just cured it. I found that easier. Because she's like crazy bulky, just all by herself naturally, and we got a spirit card, by the way, and a spirit card for him, and a spirit card for her. You wonder about the cards. So Yuna's card, Aerith's card, Fina's or Thazy's card, just spirit. A lot of Esper fill, so we can fill that Esper gauge. Other than that, just, whatever. She does all the dark support, including the 45% dark amp, the 30% whip and peril, 400% all stat buff. She does an LB buff too, but we didn't really do any LBs. And then my Tidus this is kind of irrelevant. I mean, we didn't need this. Just this is kind of a habit for me. A lot of auto buffing in the shift form. Base form is all we ever used. Chain every single turn. Tidus's LBs are both locked to water, and that is bad. You cannot use. This team cannot use water. I'm sure there's a way to use water with like the new crown, the Nicole and all, but this team cannot use water. No water allowed. Coralie's STMR, which is a two-handed whip, naturally dark element. You might notice we never wasted a turn with Fina to imbue the party. We never imbued. That way we used naturally dark element whip two-hander. Coralie's STMR, I'm so proud you redeemed yourself. It's only been 3 years. For the first time, you were the MVP. So there we go. Other than that, just chaining damage. Tidus is naturally, just with nothing equipped, at EX2, Tidus is 300% beast killer. So he is naturally maxed on beast damage. So here's the build, just chaining damage. And give him some bulk, too. You do want some bulk so that you don't die to the AoE magic attacks. I've got 30,000 HP, 1,300 defense. I'm sorry, spirit. And then Knight's Grand Shout card. His own card is better if you own it. And then, unable to chain is his actual name, but unable to built me a really nice Tidus. His is EX3, level 130. When we show the damage report, he's going to be higher. That's okay with me. Here we go. Here's his build. Equip Helm for the Epine. I'm all for it. Go for it, bro. Go for it. I love that Epine. Yes. Two-handed Coralie's whip, and maxed on he maxes Beast Killer naturally, and then the lake scene with Yuna and Tidus is of course his own vision card. Obviously, it's very, very strong. I will get it one day, but not today. Okay. 2 out of 3 missions complete. We got the 15 turn clear, which is the hard one, and we got no deaths. The last mission is do it with 5 units or less. I will worry about that later. The important mission is the 15 turn mission, and that was the 15 turn mission was for the killer materia, which gives spirit killer, which means the next trial is going to be a spirit. All right, first time clear. Yeah, as expected, EX3 level 130. Friend Tidus did basically 50% more damage than mine. That's okay. I feel no shame in being carried for a hard trial. That is totally fine with me. And 5-man team for some STMR tickets. Could care less. Whatever. So we did get 1 summon ticket. So to cap off this video, we're going to use that summon ticket for a Tidus and try to get us 1 step closer to EX3. So I won't be scrubbed here anymore, being 50% less damage than the friend. So we're going to go ahead and toss this ticket. We're going to get ourselves another Waka, and we're going to be done. What I tell you. Waka! Oh, nope, we got Ludmeal. Anyway, video's done. There's the Cerberus video. See you next time.